I'm Jamie, 28. Sitting at my new desk on the 12th floor of NovaTech headquarters, I'm putting the finishing touches on a presentation for the launch of our latest security app. The view of the city's skyline through the floor to ceiling windows is breathtaking, and a small succulent on my desk adds a touch of nature. It's hard to believe that just a month ago, my life was completely different. It all started at Opal's Jewelry, a high-end store I'd only ever walked past. I'd saved up for months to buy a pair of diamond earrings. After years of working hard at Crest Design, where I'd recently been promoted and given a substantial raise, I finally felt like I could treat myself. I remember walking into the store feeling nervous but excited. I was wearing my best black dress, had styled my long brown hair, and put on a bit of makeup. I wanted to look like I belonged there. A saleswoman named Luna greeted me with a warm smile. When I told her I was looking for diamond earrings for the first time, she was genuinely excited for me. She started showing me different options, explaining the cut and clarity. But then, my sister Lily burst in. She was 30, always the center of attention, and had a way of making me feel small. She was with her friends, Maya and Zoe. Lily sneered at me, saying I was out of my league in a place like this. When I told her I'd gotten a promotion and could afford the earrings, she just laughed. She said I should be more responsible with my money and that buying jewelry was a waste. I tried to ignore her, but her words stung. When Luna showed me a pair of earrings that were perfect for me, I decided to buy them. That's when Lily really lost it. She said I was just trying to upstage her because she'd announced her engagement to Ryan, a wealthy banker, a few weeks before. She accused me of being jealous. I told her that my purchase had nothing to do with her engagement and that I'd spent my whole life in her shadow. Things escalated quickly. Lily stepped closer, her perfume overwhelming me. She said I was being selfish and that I couldn't stand not being the center of attention. I was so angry that I finally snapped back at her. I told her that she'd always been the one getting all the attention from our parents, while I'd had to work hard for everything. In a fit of rage, Lily slapped me across the face. The sound echoed through the silent store, and I was stunned. I'd never thought she'd actually hit me. Before I could react, a tall man in a well-tailored suit stepped in. He said, "Touch my wife again and see what happens." I was completely confused. The man, who turned out to be Ethan Reed, the founder of NovaTech, a multi-billion-dollar tech company, thought I was his wife, Ava, who was in Paris on business. When he realized his mistake, he apologized, but he also made it clear that Lily's behavior was unacceptable. The store owner, Mr. Opal, came over. Lily tried to say it was all a misunderstanding, but I told him the truth. Mr. Opal had a zero-tolerance policy for violence in his store and asked Lily and her friends to leave. Lily was furious and said I'd regret embarrassing her. After they left, Ethan offered to buy me coffee to make up for the confusion. Over coffee, he explained that he'd thought I was Ava because of my height, hair, and the blue dress I was wearing. We started talking about family, and I told him how Lily had always been the favorite child. Our parents, Mom and Dad, had always indulged her. Mom was a school principal, and Dad was a lawyer. They'd paid for Lily's expensive hobbies and even bought her a car when she graduated from college, while I'd had to work part-time jobs to pay for my art supplies and design courses. Ethan told me about his relationship with his younger brother, who'd resented him after NovaTech took off. But they'd worked things out over time. He also mentioned that NovaTech was looking for someone with my skills in digital media integration for their new consumer security app. He asked me to send him my portfolio. I was shocked but also hopeful. That night, I spent hours polishing my portfolio and sending it to him. The next day, I got an email from their creative director, Stella, asking me to come in for an interview. The interview was intense but exciting. Stella was impressed with my portfolio, and Ethan sat in on the interview. He asked insightful questions and was very supportive. They told me they'd let me know by the end of the week. Meanwhile, my family was in an uproar. Lily had been texting and calling me non-stop, demanding that I apologize. Mom and Dad also called, saying I'd caused a scene and humiliated Lily. But I refused to apologize. I told them that Lily had slapped me and that they'd always favor her. On Sunday, Mom texted me to come to dinner. I decided to go, wearing my new earrings for confidence. When I arrived at my parents' house, Lily was already there. She gave me a dirty look, and Dad said I was late. In the kitchen, Mom asked me to set the table, as usual. I told her I wanted to talk about what had happened at the jewelry store. She said it was in the past, and that we should just have a nice family dinner. But I couldn't let it go. I told her and Dad that Lily had been verbally and now physically abusive, and that they'd enabled her behavior. Lily interrupted, saying I was being dramatic. I challenged her to name one time she'd supported me. She couldn't. Dad tried to calm us down, but I was determined to stand up for myself. Then Ryan, Lily's fiancé, arrived. He was polite and congratulated me on my promotion. During dinner, he noticed my earrings and asked about my visit to Opal's. I told him about meeting Ethan and interviewing at NovaTech. My family was surprised, and for the first time, they seemed genuinely interested in my life. After dinner, Lily approached me in the kitchen. She asked if I really met Ethan. I told her the truth, and she said it was actually pretty cool. She also said that the earrings looked nice on me and that she shouldn't have made a scene. It wasn't a full apology, but it was a start. A few days later, I got the job offer from NovaTech. The salary was much higher and the benefits were amazing. I moved into a nicer apartment closer to the office. My relationship with Lily has become less antagonistic. We still have a long way to go, but I've learned to set boundaries. The earrings are now a reminder of my strength and the fact that my accomplishments matter. They represent a turning point in my life, a moment when I finally stood up for myself and found the courage to pursue my dreams. Sometimes, the most painful experiences can lead to the most significant growth.